You step through the cracked doorway of the old house, the air thick with the smell of damp wood and forgotten ash. The floorboards sigh beneath your weight, each creak a hesitant greeting from a place that has not seen the light of day in decades. As you move deeper, the darkness seems to pulse, a living bruise against the dim lantern you hold. The walls breathe, exhaling a stale breath that carries the faint echo of a child's laugh, half-remembered and warped by time. Your pulse quickens. The rhythm of the house matches it, a slow thud that reverberates through plaster and bone. Shadows coil around the corners like black serpents, waiting for a mistake, for a slip. A hallway stretches ahead, lined with portraits whose eyes follow you. Their gazes are empty, yet you swear you see tears forming in the oil, droplets of ink that bleed onto the canvas. One portrait, a woman in a tattered dress, leans forward, her mouth opening just enough to whisper a name you do not recognize. The sound is a sigh that seems to come from the house itself, as if it were inhaling your fear. You turn the knob of a rusted door and push it open. Inside, a nursery lies frozen in perpetual night. A cradle rocks by an unseen hand, the wood creaking in perfect synchrony with the beating of your heart. A mobile of cracked porcelain angels spins slowly, each one missing a wing, each one staring with hollow sockets that reflect your own eyes. A cold hand brushes your cheek. You spin, but there is nothing, only the darkness pressing against the walls, thick enough to taste. The floor beneath you gives a sudden, sharp crack, as if a bone has broken. You stumble forward, the lantern flickering, casting frantic shadows that crawl like insects across the plaster. The house begins to speak in a language of sighs and moans. Words form in the dust. Stay. Remember. Never leave. They are not spoken by any living mouth, yet they carve themselves into your mind, echoing in the hollow chambers of your skull. Your breath becomes visible, a thin veil that the darkness swallows instantly. The walls close in, the ceiling lowering, the air compressing until your ribs feel like they might splinter. In that crushing silence, you hear a single, unmistakable sound, a child's lullaby, sung by a voice that is both yours and not yours, pulling you deeper into the black. You realize, with a terror that roots you to the spot, that the house does not contain you. You contain the house. Every step you take is a step into its memory, and its memory is a void that devours anything that dares to remember. The floor beneath the cradle suddenly liquefies, turning to cold, viscous water that rises up your boots, pulling you toward the center of the room where a black well gapes like an eye. From its depths a hand emerges, skeletal and covered in soot, fingers curling around the edge of your throat. You try to scream, but the sound is swallowed by the water, replaced by a low humming that vibrates through your teeth. The lantern snaps, its flame extinguished, leaving you in absolute darkness. In that void you feel the weight of countless forgotten souls pressing against your skin, their cold fingers tracing the lines of your face, memorizing every flaw. The house whispers one final promise. You will never leave, because you are now a part of its foundation, its flesh, its endless night.